This video is part of a webinar series on Hindu Dvesha, an educational series to explore and expose systemic Hindu phobia. This project is sponsored by AHAD, American Hindus Against Defamation, an initiative of the World Hindu Council of America, and Dharma Civilization Foundation.
If we begin with the question as you see on the screen, does mass media have any influence on people's minds? The answer may vary depending on who you're asking, right? If you ask those who are a little bit observant and analytical, then the answer would be an overwhelming yes. But if you ask those who see this completely from an entertainment perspective, then either consciously or ignorantly, they may say no. However, if you look at some research, many social scientists also concur that mass media has significant influence on shaping people's perception on policies, personalities, narratives, etc. So the mass media can include a lot of things as you see on the screen. But for the purpose of today's webinar, I just wanted to specifically focus on movie industry and maybe a little bit on the streaming platforms. So as you may know, movie industry continues to play a significant role in influencing people's minds, sometimes in a good way or sometimes in a bad way. So in the Indian context though, we hear that many attribute this media influence to the globalization effect post 90s. But I also watch some older movies, and if we keenly observe, right, even movies before the 90s did their part in portraying anything related to Hindu culture as inferior to that of the Western culture. And the Hindu Dvesha as a phenomenon is observed in Bollywood as well as it dwindles down into the regional movie industries. And the same stereotypes again are naturally adopted by even Hollywood. So the pattern I think is obvious here. When I was piling this, I only wondered, whether this Tilakdhari Hindu in a negative or a villain role only increases collections at the box office, or they create these characters to serve a different purpose. I think most of us recognize the movies on this slide, and also I don't have to reiterate the point that I'm trying to make. These are some examples of how Hindu Dvesha is creeping into the streaming platforms, and obviously it actually seems that it's continuing to grow every day. These are just a couple of examples of so-called art and freedom of expression. So there is an interesting field called semiotics. So if we analyze these images through this semiotics, what we see that all this specific portrayal has a strategic use of symbolism to create hateful stereotypes against Hindus. And that leads to creating many other tropes, and that are commonly used in Hindu-hating social media or print media. They're used by the trolls. And what we also see is a blatant mockery of Hindu customs and practices, which will increase inferiority complex, actually, especially among the younger generations of Hindus, so much so that they just want to distance themselves from these customs altogether. So I'm going to quickly wrap it up here. Let's think about why this happened. So many times there is an inability to actually recognize Hindu Dvesha, either consciously or sometimes innocently also it happens. But if we see, if all these movies and web series are being successful, we cannot deny that Hindus are actually the main reason. We are the ones who are going to these movies, clapping for these and increasing the TRPs and stuff like that. We Hindus have learned to put up with any level of Hindu Dvesha just for the sake of some short-term entertainment. And also another reason could be, we don't want to react because we always want the title of being the good guys. I also want to bring your attention to a well-organized and well-funded syndicate that's actually behind creating institutions such as this movie industry or networks whose only aim is to be creative in inventing and promoting the Hindu Dvesha, not just in India, but obviously around the world. And those who indulge in this Hindu Dvesha, they're very confident actually that they don't have to face any consequences from Hindus. As far as what we can do, so we need to improve our awareness and understanding of this concept called Hindu Dvesha. Not hesitate to talk about it openly, call it out, express our dissent in a constitutional or a democratic way. And the important thing is to continue to be part of these kind of webinars, educate ourselves, and get involved as a community.